Who's not? That's the question to ask.
Let's just get on the road ASAP so we can get out there and get going. So, do it to it!
We came in and we started packing up because everyone has their assigned jobs. Do you want to wear these or do you want to put them on the mirror? Me, Daphne, and Trinity do props and costumes, so we filled up one of our 2 cars. Kyle and Fernando and Jacob, they help load the other car.
She'll be alright? She'll be right? I don't know.
Can you take it out there? Hold on.
I'm saying it again. Triple check!
Jacob, Tessa, we need to tarp it. Come on.
So I'm gonna use a smaller tarp so we protect the important stuff. We're gonna cover up the snake. This stuff is okay. That stuff's okay. That stuff's okay. Bricks. Oh. Let's be extra smart about this. Let's ratchet it down to here. Bernie.
Yeah.
This is coming over. All right, guys, let's get on the road.
So in the car, we'll talk about things that are going on, if we have any like stories we want to share, or we'll just kind of like prepare ourselves for the show.
Sing it, Tony.
Love song, baby, and I keep
I'm definitely going there.
Beep, 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 beep.
You know that feeling when you have to manually undo a ratchet, am I right? Get my foot down, yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
So you're gonna go inside the auditorium, inside of the building.
The difficulties of touring is you never know what the space looks like where you're going.
You see how I have the speaker over here? Yeah. Great.
For instance, today, we really don't have a backstage. And that happens a lot of times. We end up not really having a backstage space and the cast has to adapt to what they're given, and there's 10 of them, so they have to fit their bodies and all their props and all their costumes and everything.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
So before we perform a show, while we're setting up, we'll do a line through, but we basically say the show as fast as possible to kind of refresh our memory.
We are the paradigms of economic progress, the titans of farming and agricultural development.
The white bracelet has finally risen to take back that.
Ever.
We have been good to this boy. We have rescued him from the poverty of the native land.
Check, 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 check.
check, check, check.
Do that again?
If they had it written on their shirt.
You just be louder in general, Tony.
Yeah. So while I hear everyone coming in, I feel nervous, but I also feel really excited.
My favorite part about mingling before the show is that we get to form a bond with the students before we put on the performance.
Remember with me after you graduate high school next year?
Yes, these topics are very difficult, and yes, these are very difficult to deal with in general, but like they need to be shown to students.
We want to make sure that when we're talking to our audiences that we're not saying like this is what we're supposed to do. We're just opening up the discussion. We're not telling them that there's only one right way to do this. We're just trying to start the conversation.
If I saw something like this in middle school or high school, like imagine how different my point of view would have been at the time and how I wouldn't have felt so alone.
For me, it's just focusing on the topics at hand, is making sure I'm portraying these characters as realistically as I possibly can to make sure the message stays in the show. That
everyone has their own life and everyone is their own person, because it's easy to sort of lose that in the crowd.
Quick, say how old you are, starting with Summer all the way down.
17.
15.
14.
14.
18.
20.
21.
21.
12.
Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys joining us today. Did we have any unique stories or anything that happened that stands out?
I really liked that Q&A today. It didn't really feel like we were trying to force anything out there. It was really just, I feel like it was just our ideas coming from our hearts.
And we were just kind of having like a really nice conversation, and she was telling me about how like she kind of had went through like some of like the situations with like some of like similar things that I had gone through with bullying, and kind of like bonded, and it was nice.
It was like these two girls, and like they had they had each other, so like I emphasized that a lot. I was like, even though like you guys feel like you don't have a lot of friends, like just you have each other, like it starts there.
It's up to us to take up the reins, to become, as corny as it is, the good we want to see in the world.
There's just no experience like this, getting to wake up and see each other at 5 in the morning and load the truck and do these shows.
I know for a fact that at any time, be it a month or 20 years from now, I know I can go up to any one of these people with anything and know that every single person here is on my team no matter what.
I used to think that I was kind of like the only one who had gone through certain things, but now like through this show I realize that like there's so many other people who have everything that they're going through, and a lot of it just ends up kind of being the same as what I've gone through, and it's really just like, it's kind of, I guess, powerful.
This show is just so crazy because in what school assembly do we see people opening up to each other after just meeting each other and talking on such emotional levels and crying, and it's so raw and real that people just immediately open up because they feel the humanity in the room.
In my monologue, I say it doesn't matter if I'm gay or not. I'm not bothering these cowards. And after I said that, all the students started to cheer, and they were like, yeah, like, stand up for yourself. It was really amazing to see all these wonderful students that knew like what was happening wasn't okay, and they wanted to stand up.
People were getting inspired and going home saying, I want to do what these people show me what to do and how to help, and that was really cool.
I remember one time a student came up to me, and I noticed she'd come into the assembly. I noticed she was kind of isolated. And I noticed that right away, and during mingling I talked to her with my group, and she was just so invested and interested in the show already when we told her it was about bullying. And then I actually gave my answer during Q&A that had to do with bullying, and then she came up to me and she was just so thankful that I told my story, and I didn't really know at the time that my story actually could mean so much and could actually impact somebody, anybody.
Oh, it's the last day. I'm sad.
Just because this tour is over does not mean our work stops here.
I know this show will probably be the most difficult one, the most tiring one I've ever been a part of. But at that same time, I really don't think I'll ever be a part of another show that is as meaningful to me.
Oh, but I don't want to say goodbye. Oh, I don't want to. Okay. Bye.
It's been a crazy emotional roller coaster. It's been a really unforgettable experience.
Everything that we've done and we've went through and we've talked about is just so crazy, and it's so real, and I really like that we were like putting it out there and we were helping other people, and it's just crazy to think that it's all over.
I can't wait till next year.
I'm really glad this experience happened, and I really hope to do it next year.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this. And definitely, I'm just so grateful, so I'm gonna really miss it.
Thank you so much, Center of the Universe. You will always, I will always take a part of Center of the Universe with me wherever I go, and I will always pass on what Center of the Universe has taught me. Thanks.
Happy birthday!
So, here's to everything that you will be doing, and here's to everything that has been done.